Okay, this is Tim.
This is Rick.
This is Amanda.
And this is the Pandemic Guitar Podcast. Welcome back to the Pandemic Guitar Podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Tim, and with me, as always, my family. Yay, my family! And you can see that we have video back. So who wants to go first? I think Amanda always likes to go first. Amanda, how are you doing? What's going on?
I'm doing well.
That is good.
I had an awesome experience last night with the concert. I think I mentioned it at one point that I was going to the Gaelic Storm concert.
Right.
Do you guys remember?
Yeah, I do.
It was so much fun. You guys missed out.
Yeah, well, is that the place where, or the concert where you sent us a video clip of somebody playing a literal axe?
Yeah. Yeah, the Reverend Peyton's Big Damn Band. He pulled out an actual axe. And it had like strings on it.
A legit axe. I was like, well, okay, that's pretty impressive right there.
It was the coolest thing. Yeah, Tim, didn't you say that you saw them once? Did they open for Greta?
No, they didn't. Well, I want to talk a little bit more about that because that looked like it was a lot of fun. So, but before we do, we gotta introduce Dad, Rick.
Yeah.
Don't.
I'm
let's just leave us without him.
Yeah, I'm just hogging the show. Yeah. Sorry.
No, you're fine.
Dad, you're here. How are you?
Go for it. I am doing well. I'm not pushing daisies yet, so.
That's good.
Have you reached that age where life in prison doesn't really sound that bad?
Wow.
What?
Okay. I saw that on social media the other day, and it's like it's a meme that says, "Don't mess with old people. They don't," something along the lines of they realize that life in prison isn't really that long.
That's I mean, if you think about it, it really isn't that long.
I thought that was humorous.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. So,
but
blah blah blah. As I attempt to talk, Amanda. So, a new venue you've never been to before.
Yeah. So the Hoyt Sherman.
And
I've heard of her.
So okay. For those who don't know, it is basically a big mansion. I think it was built like in the 1920s, by this rich dude that just decided to put a big auditorium in his home. Okay. It's all original. It looks really cool. It's very historical. They have like a little art museum in there too. Super cool. So we originally bought balcony tickets, which balcony sounds like nosebleed. It's really not because it's a much smaller venue. We start walking up there with a volunteer, elderly lady, sweet little lady. We get all the way to the top, almost to the top. And she grabbed my arm and she goes, oh, and I go, oh, I'm like, what? She like scared me. And she grabbed my arm. She goes, I forgot. There's a bat up here. And I was like, a bat? And she goes, yeah, I forgot. They're trying to get the bat. So I don't want you to go up there. And I was like, oh, I don't want to sit through a whole show with like being afraid of a bat. And she goes, let me go talk to the manager. And I was like, okay. Well, meanwhile, there's other people going up there. She didn't stop them. And so she went to the manager, and the manager comes up to me and she goes, hey, we would like to put you in general admission and put you on the floor in front of the stage. I was like,
nice.
Okay. So we got even better seats that were more expensive. Yeah. No questions asked. They were just like, right here, how is this? And we were like, this is amazing. So we were like to the left of the stage a little bit, but still kind of like in the middle. Maybe about 6 rows back or so.
I was going to say that video that you sent, you looked pretty close.
Yeah, we were. And like, honestly, the crowd was kind of a little interesting. They were a little older. Kind of the crowd that's like, you guys don't have to worry about working tomorrow.
Oh boy.
We did. We had to worry about that because the show went kind of late. And we were like, oh, it's going to be a long day tomorrow. And these people were like, oh, I can sleep until 10 a.m. Just saying.
I got nothing else to do tomorrow. Church ain't till 10.
Yeah. So, but it was fun. So Reverend Peyton's Big Damn Band opened up. I would highly recommend listening to them if you haven't. They're kind of like bluesy, bluegrass. I don't know. It makes you want to
rock.
Yeah, hillbilly rock. I mean, you saw the guy. He was wearing overalls and no shirt underneath.
What was that? Is the movie actually called In Constant Sorrow, or is that just the song?
I don't know.
With dang it! Now you got to make me Google this. The movie was Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?
Oh right, yep.
Yup. That's kind of
like
when
that.
you showed me the video, and he's just sitting there on his axe, just playing, and he's got his beard going, and you can just see his smile, and he just looked like he was having way too much fun.
He was. But that guy had like 8 guitars on stage, and he's like, I plan on playing every single one of these.
Nice.
He had some Gibsons,
Yeah.
he had a steel guitar, and he had an actual axe, which he pulled out, and everybody's like, what in the world? Is he going to chop us up, or is he going to play
It's
it?
about to get bad here.
Right. And
Yeah.
then like his wife was like, she played the washboard. Have you ever seen anybody play a washboard?
Not outside of a movie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Not
I have.
outside of at least like the South, right? Yeah. It's weird. It's different.
Yeah.
Well,
it's weird.
It's bluegrass.
Right. I mean, it meshed really well. She was great at it, but it's like, it was just like weird at first. I was like, I don't know how this is going to play out. They were
I
great.
bought you this dang washboard. If you're not going to do the laundry, make some music.
Right.
Music with
Yeah.
it. Yeah. It
Yeah,
worked.
but they were great. I'd highly recommend listening to them if you haven't.
That's cool. I'll have to watch for them to come back. And then you also texted us and said that Buckethead's coming to town.
Yeah, Buckethead's gonna. Everybody was talking about it while we were there, and we were like, Buckethead, what? And one of the volunteers was like, yeah, Buckethead's gonna be here, and we're like, the Buckethead. We're like, who else? Yeah. I'm like, whoa. And my husband's like, you gotta text your dad. And so I texted the group chat, and my husband was like, I will literally, because Dad's weird about driving at night because he's old. But my husband was like, I will literally drive. You tell your dad that he really needs to go see Buckethead, and I will drive him.
I talked to Tim about that, but it's like it's in the middle of the week. It's Wednesday.
Yeah,
Next
it is
Wednesday.
a Wednesday.
Who cares? We went to a show on a Monday night. Did we not get home till 11:30? Yeah. Was today like a really long day at work? Yeah. But I mean, it was worth it. It was fun.
Yeah. I mean, at 11:30,
Let's see how
you have to prime me
Let's
out
see how you
with a
feel
car.
in like 12 years.
Yeah.
No, I get it. I know. It gets harder as you get older. I understand that. But it's Buckethead, and the tickets are so cheap. The tickets are cheap, and it's such a nice, like, little cute venue. And
Mom said they were like $60, $70 or $80 or
two.
something like that.
together, too.
Oh, 2.
Total.
Well, Mom ain't going to go.
No. Kyle and I will go. Tim will go. Tim told me he'll
I can't go because I did not.
Yeah.
I would love to go, but I already have things going on. That
Cancel
night is
'em.
already planned for me.
Ah,
I
cancel it.
can't. I'm going on vacation the next day.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah, and I got a haircut appointment.
Well, okay, the hair appointment. I would cancel a haircut appointment
you
for
have
Buckethead.
you can't go because you have a hair appointment. Dad, that's the lamest excuse.
Folks, I have a haircut appointment. Let's take a vote on this. Does the haircut appointment override the
No,
Buckethead
doesn't.
show?
When else can you wear your Buckethead costume to a Buckethead show?
Oh, jeez, I ain't gonna
That would
do
be
that.
Amazing.
No,
I'll wear
Sit
it.
there the whole time.
I'll wear it.
It
I
was
don't
hot
care.
in that. It was hot in there.
Well, imagine how Buckethead feels. But anyway,
I
all
can,
right, fun
I,
haters.
I feel sorry for him. I mean, I just trying to get the headphones on with the bucket was just beyond my. I was.
Oh, okay. Well, you're gonna have to cut that. So, Dad, Dad, you can't say those things.
Okay.
You can easily work from home the next morning. You can work from home the next day, and then it's not as hard on you.
Just call boss up and be like, boss, I'm sick.
I would rather take the day off.
Yeah, just do that.
You know, I have enough vacation time. I just take the day off.
Let's go. We will go buy the tickets right now. We'll all go.
I would totally pay for the tickets out of the pandemic guitar budget, but there is no budget.
But we don't have a budget. If anybody would like to donate between now and next week for the Send Rick to Buckethead Fund, feel free. All I need is
the auditorium all seating or is it
all seating? Yep. So, but the only thing is I could see this situation pissing Tim off specifically because he, I think, is very specific with how he likes things, which is fine. It's not. I'm judging you. So they're old like theater seats, right? We're talking Art Deco. They're like old time seats. So they haven't been updated, but they're in great shape. But like, there's no cup holder. There's no, it's a little bit tight in between the aisles. But like, we got lucky.
Is there an ashtray?
No, we got. I honestly think people were a lot smaller back in those days, and like people are just like a lot bigger in these days because the seating situation was anyway. But we got lucky because nobody else was in our row, so we didn't have to do the get up and move out of the row to let people in. So we got really lucky with that.
Sort of like airplane seats.
Yeah, but
airplane seats.
But I mean, you can't have food. They don't even sell like little snackies, like the place that you went to go see Joe Bonham last night. No, they don't sell little like chocolate snackies. You can't have any food. Boo. They do have drinks. They do have drinkies. Drinkies, yeah. So yeah, it's a cute little venue. The parking situation is like perfect. It's not overflowing. It's like it's perfect. It's great. It was awesome. And maybe it was just because it was like an Irish band, and maybe I don't know. Maybe it might be more crazy for Buckethead. I don't know.
I would have liked to.
I don't think it would be.
Buddy Guy was there, and I would have liked to have seen him. But
yeah, you should have. Yeah.
Well,
I'm just saying.
You got to go see more concerts and venues while you can.
Right. Yeah,
okay.
Why not?
I went to what was it last week at that new venue? I can't even remember what it's called, but the new venue out in Waukee. Mm-hmm. That place is nice.
Really?
And I don't think there's a bad seat in the house.
Wow.
It is really nice. But we went there to we saw The Price is Right.
Yeah.
And I mean, it was cool. It was interesting to kind of see. They tried really hard to make it really feel like you were at the game show. But I could tell that there were things that they didn't say that if you were paying attention, you kind of figured out. Like, I don't truly believe that anybody, like, okay, so you bought your tickets and there was 3 tiers or 4 tiers. And I think that tier 1 is the pool that gets selected from.
Oh, and tier 1 is probably the more expensive tickets?
Absolutely, right? So that's what I think. Now, you get there and you go and you tell them your name and they write the name on the price tag and you put it on your shirt. I did not do that because no. But then you had to go over here and you had to scan a QR code and fill out this form. And everybody thinks that form is to basically say, yes, I am perfectly okay with being a contestant. But what that form really is you consenting to them utilizing any photography or video footage that they have of you for whatever purposes they want.
Right.
It's not really I don't believe that it's really being, I'll be a contestant.
Right.
But it was interesting to see. I mean, it was cool. I did it once. I probably wouldn't do it again, but I would definitely look at concerts at that place. Like, typically the main floor is all standing room, except for like in this particular case, they had chairs out. So every seat, we were on the floor, but everybody had a seat. But their balcony is still nice and close. And I looked back at the balcony. I'm like, dang, those look like good seats too. Mm-hmm. So I would definitely look at that. That's pretty cool. But it's expensive. You get there and they have there's like an outside waiting area where, you know, they have a coat check in the bathrooms, and then they have a bar, and then you go into the actual venue where they have another bar right inside that door, and then you can sit down. Or if you go upstairs to the balcony, they also have their own restrooms and a bar up there. So I was like, dang, you know, just the way they laid it out and the way they did it, I was like, yeah, this makes perfect sense. They did a great job with it, but I have a feeling it costs a lot of money, and they're trying to make up for it by pricing everything like super ridiculous.
Yeah. Probably. Yeah,
like I don't know. I don't know what they were charging for anything, because I just walked right by it. I think the wife got a soda. She said it was $5, but it was free refills. So I'm like,
nice.
Okay.
Could you have food?
Yeah.
I didn't see food there. But they had beverages. So
Nice.
I'm like, all right, whatever.
Nice.
So yeah, I mean, that'd be a place to check out. They're expensive. I remember Billy Corgan from Smashing Pumpkins. Yeah, he was there, and I really thought about going there to go to that concert. But I'd never been there before, so I didn't know what the venue looked like. I didn't know seating, standing. I didn't know anything. And the tickets were like $500. And I was like, I'm not going to spend that kind of money. Not necessarily because it's Smashing Pumpkins or Billy Corgan, but I don't want to pay $500. And then I think that general admission was standing room only down on the main floor, and upstairs, obviously seating. I think $500 you were paying for a seat.
Yeah.
So maybe it would have been cool. Now, my buddy, he went to the Smashing Pumpkins concert there and said it was amazing.
Oh.
So I don't know, but he's a big music goer. So, I mean, to him, every concert is amazing.
Yeah. Yeah. It's probably worth it for someone like him, but.
Right.
Yeah.
On another note, though, my coworker, he lives in Western Iowa, and one of his church, somebody that goes to the church that he goes to, posted a couple guitars, and the first one they posted, I was like, oh, how much? And he's like, oh, I'll ask. So he asked, and he's like, $150. And I'm like, ask if they'll take 75. And he came back. They're like, yeah. I'm like, done. So my new project.
Nice.
What's that?
It is a Hondo Fame Series 7601, and I don't know. I've already taken it apart and cleaned it, because this thing looks like it might have almost been in an electrical fire. You can kind of see the fretboard there, but it's still in good condition. I just cleaned, so the fretboard, I just kind of cleaned it up a little bit. And this guy, here's the body. I've already taken it all apart. What we used
with that writing on there.
So yeah. So anyway, this is Japanese made, and it's made. I think it's Japanese made, but it's made by Samick, and you guys know I'm a fan of Samick. Mm-hmm. But we Google translated that. Apparently, it means pound, pound.
So the body weighs a pound?
No, it's built really well. But I took all the electronics out of it, had to clean it up. This is it's single humbucker, right? I don't know if if I can get that in focus or not, but right here at the bottom, it's all melted.
Oh. Yeah, it definitely went through a fire or something.
Yeah, so anyway, what I think I'm going to do, and I was going to talk to you and see what you thought, but I don't really want to change the color, and I don't want to change the paint. What I was thinking about doing was seeing if I could do a light sanding just to try to get rid of some of the cracks and scratches, the scratches anyway, and then maybe clear coating back over it, like putting another, just to kind of fix, like protect those. Like I kind of like
the character.
I like the character of it, and if I'm correct, I believe this is 1987.
Okay,
that's a good year.
And where is it? Where is it? Where is it? This thing came with a Floyd rose.
Oh, wow.
Oh, I don't know what that is.
It
Doesn't look like a rose to me.
No,
it's a bridge.
Yeah, it's a bridge. And this thing weighs a ton too.
Yeah, because it has a weight on the bottom there.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm really excited about that. I mean, I'm probably going to have to get a new pickup for it because it has a little bit of melt on it.
Character.
But yeah, right, exactly. I don't even know how the pickup sounds, but I know it needs a new input jack and stuff like that. But I want to try to keep it as original as possible. Just kind of clean it up a little bit, maybe give it some protection.
Maybe the guy that had it originally was playing a real hot song.
Well, I made the joke. I'm like, did Eddie Van Halen play this thing? I mean, it looks like it might have gone on fire. But yeah, I mean, it's got some. I mean, to be honest with you, for the signs of like fire damage or burns and stuff like that, it's actually still in really good condition.
Yeah, those burns on the neck look like cigarette burns.
Well, and that's what I thought it was originally too.
Right. I mean, if you hold it, looks like they laid a cigarette on there and it burned it. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what. I mean, the guy apparently said that he hasn't touched it in 10 years. And he was selling this and two Jacksons. One of them was like $500 MSRP. The other one was $700. And I don't know why he was getting rid of them, but he was asking half that price. And I'm like, well, if I had that kind of money, I'd probably just buy all three. But this is the one I wanted because I'm like, well, it's a Samick and I got it at a good price. At least for me, I feel I got it at a good price. And, this is if I can get it back and playing and then this will be my travel guitar where I whatever,
Sure.
Nice.
I like it. Yeah. It's a nice little project. So anyway, I just thought I'd share that.
What happened to the zebra one?
The zebra one, so I still I'm waiting for it to get a little warmer out, and I got to do the grain filler.
Oh, that's right.
Yep, that's all I got to do, the grain filler. I just got to fill and prep the body and then paint it and then put it together. That's it. But I'll probably do that this spring when I start getting ready to plant the garden and stuff like that.
Nice.
Yeah. So you're going to paint it while you're planting?
Yeah, that's the idea.
Totally.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Like dust and dirt in the paint.
I did have a question. What?
Huh?
You had a quest?
Dust and dirt in the paint. Yeah, I mean, that'd be weird.
Yeah, it would be.
But I did have a question, though.
Sure.
That I was good. I did ask you about it on the phone, but it was kind of the topic that I thought it would be a great topic for the show. So I was actually playing around and learning how to actually. I'm playing around with a piece by Coulter Wall.
Yeah.
Okay.
Devil Wears a Suit and Tie. That's a piece. I found some tab. So I've just been kind of playing around with it. And as I'm playing around with that, and then, you're trying to figure out the finger pattern, and you're kind of trying to figure out the rhythm. And just to kind of break it up, you start playing around in that area and doing different things. Sure. And I found a riff that I'm like, it's not that, but it sounds really cool. I'm like, oh, this. Now I kind of have a feeling that it's probably been used, right? Like it sounds too good to not be used.
Oh, is that the one you sent me?
I don't know. Did it? I might have.
You sent me one. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that probably was then. Yeah. So I sent it, and I'm like, well, this is kind of cool. It's different, so on and so forth. So that kind of got me to thinking, like, if you think you've caught a riff or you've made something and you're like, I mean, to me, like I said, it sounds like something I've heard before, but I have no idea where I've heard it. But how do I know that like somebody hasn't used that in a song somewhere, or if it's copyrighted or anything like that?
It's a good question. I mean, I know that some parts of the songs can be copyrighted, like the harmony and the chord progressions. But the groove, also the rhythm and the groove can be also.
Right.
To give you an example, I'll make it really simple, like the intro for Johnny Be Good. It's well known. And
Right.
that intro is copyrighted. So if you tried to come even close, I mean, if it even sounded similar, you'd get a copyright violation.
Right. And that makes sense, right? Same thing with, remember, what was it? Vanilla Ice, and what was the other band that was it? David Bowie, that I can't even do it now, but the Ice Ice Baby, that, you hear that rhythm, but it's also like, it came from somewhere else, right? Like, I get that, right?
Yeah. It's like, yeah.
Or maybe,
what song is that? It's not David Bowie, was it? It's called Pressure.
It's Pressure.
And Ice Ice Baby
Queen,
took it from that.
Right.
Or I mean,
well, no,
Vanilla
that's
Ice
what
took
that it was Queen. It was Queen.
Okay.
But I don't know. I don't remember how that turned out, because that's always been the big controversy, right? Because Vanilla Ice will say, no, theirs goes da 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 da, mine goes da 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 da. Like it's the same thing, but it's not the same thing. I don't, but like I get that, right? Like if you were to, you were to find a riff, right? You're gonna know. Oh yeah, obviously I can't use that riff because it's this song, right?
Yeah.
Right.
But what if you find a riff, a magic riff in the fretboard, and you're like, I don't know, I don't know if this has ever been used before. It's mine, and I'm going to make this song, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
So what do? You just make your song, you put it out there, and wait for a cease and desist, or
I mean, that's about all you can do. I mean, you could listen to a lot of records. If it's like let's say a blues riff or something like that, you listen to a lot of blues stuff, and not everything is copyrighted, but there are a lot of individual pieces and parts to songs that are. And that's what you got to be concerned about. It's what was it?
Remember
that?
Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, remember that thing with the, what is it? Christmas canon that I did?
Oh yeah.
And we got a copyright strike on it. Okay.
See, and
you changed it.
Well, but
and you changed it.
Yeah.
I changed it. But the thing is that the song has been out there forever, and I looked it up, and it is public domain, but it's just the solo, the guitar solo. It sounds that guitar solo. There's parts of that's copyrighted.
Yeah, and that's
I didn't even come close to it, but
right.
I mean,
well, but then
we didn't get flagged by Google.
No,
or YouTube.
We got flagged by some, I don't know if it was like a robot crawler or if it was somebody who gets paid to just crawl and find that stuff. But it ended up just going away and being nothing. Right?
Yeah.
But still, have you ever heard of this? And this is a little bit different of the subject, but like apparently there's some insurance that artists have to get, like for instance, a local artist that wants to book gigs at bars and venues locally, and there's an insurance that they have to get that covers if you play a copyrighted song.
That's interesting to me.
Yeah. I'm not sure. I never heard of it.
Okay.
Yeah, supposedly it's like in my mind, all I can think of is like you're gonna play, a song by Prince. You're gonna play Purple Rain, right? And somebody's like, "Oh God, this is awesome!" And they record you, and then they put you up on YouTube,
right?
That
makes sense.
Now you have insurance to be like, "Whoa, I was just playing for an audience. I can't control that they took their phone out, recorded me, and put me up on."
Yeah.
That's the only thing I can think of.
That concert that we went to last night, the Irish band, they had a new guitarist and he had an acoustic guitar, and people were like yelling out songs, like asking him to play like on the spot, and he could play like everything and anything. He would play the melody, and then like the lead singer would start singing the song. He would sing a part of it, but then he wouldn't finish like the main like chorus that, or like the main word, like the title of the song. He would cut out and like or change the words. So it's interesting you say that, because maybe they also know something about that. Like they can't do it word for word. You know what I mean? They have to change it.
Well, I know that I've seen on YouTube that these guys they do like copies. They find a song they people want to know, or they ask them, "Hey, how is the song done?" So they do the song, and then they change one note, and you can hear the note that they change. So I mean, I don't know. I mean,
sure, and I think that they probably can get away with some of that. I mean, I think who was it that Beto guy?
Yeah, Beto. Yeah,
he's done. For educational purposes, he's broken down so many musicians and so many songs, and I think he said he's only had like one or two artists ever come back and say, take it down. Absolutely not. He goes, most of the time when I get contacted, it's just some law firm or some company that's basically, sending out letters, and the artists themselves don't even know what's going on. So he goes, I'll go out there, I'll contact them, I'll make contact and be like, hey, this is who I am, this is what I'm doing. And 9 times out of 10, they're like, oh, yeah, you're good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think what you have to do is you have to put that legal jargon at the bottom of it.
Yeah, I don't know. But it's kind of scary though, right? Because it's like, oh yeah, you start playing an instrument, you start getting good at it, and then you start, gigging with your friends, and then you're like, hey, wouldn't it be fun? Let's go actually do a live gig for other people. And all you're doing is playing music, having fun. Like maybe you're making a few dollars. Mm-hmm. But but then again, how does a cover band get away with it?
Yeah, I don't know.
It's just really interesting to me because, I mean, I would love to actually play music. And I think we'd be okay for the most part if it's like, hey, you can physically see me, I'm playing it. Mm-hmm. And I know that there are some groups out there that are probably semi-associated with I don't know, Little Red Bugs that you can't do anything, right? But at the same time, it's like, hey, this is a cool, I'm learning this song and, here's a little trick I figured out. To me, that's kind of educational. Right. But at the same time, I don't want to deal with, copyright infringements and all that other stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, my thing was always educational. If it's out there for educational, I don't see what the problem is, but that's just me. That's just my opinion. And, because, how do you learn?
Right. Imitation, imitation is the best flattery or whatever, if you've got a song that's so popular that so many people know, and then that's the song that somebody is going to use to pick up an instrument and learn how to play it, and that's the song that triggers that inspires that. Yeah. Why are you having a problem with that?
I don't think that they have a problem with that. I think they have a problem from people that are making money off of it.
Well, yeah.
They don't want people to make money off of it.
Yeah. I'm sure that's more of it.
Or but they have to pick and choose.
I want to play, a Metallica song. I know back in the day they would have a huge problem with it. Today, I think they've adapted to internet and and so forth. So I think they're I believe I saw a video where they started this thing. They caught wind of I think it was a high school marching band that played one of their songs. And so Metallica, normally you would think that they would be like, oh, you take that video down, blah, blah. No, they turned it around and said, we want to see every band. We want to see videos of every band playing Metallica.
Right.
Interesting. That's interesting because I know the Iowa Hawkeyes, they can't use the full the Metallica song they used for their entrance. They start with the beginning and they cut it right before the vocals start. And I always thought they did that for copyright. I assume they probably do it for copyright purposes.
Yeah, they might. Yeah. I don't know and maybe it was just that one song, and the song that they're using isn't that one song. I don't know all the things about it. I just for me, what's really interesting, don't get me wrong, I like old school music and stuff like that, but I like paying attention to the YouTube artists, because they don't do the record label thing most of the time. They're making their own music, they're having fun with it, and they're making money off of views. Mm-hmm. And I like that, you've seen all the YouTube, an artist will make their own music video, and then you have all these other people who will do reaction videos. And we've talked about that before. Yeah. I'm and the artists that are on YouTube are like, awesome, man, thank you for the support.
Right. Yeah.
You're getting my music out in front of more people, and that's what I want. Not, hey, you're taking $5 out of my pocket.
Yeah, it's why do they care? Yeah. It means nothing to them as far as money goes, but I'm sure it's a legal thing that they have people whispering in their ear, higher ups, people that are we shouldn't allow that. We need to put the kibosh on that or whatever.
Right.
I don't know.
Right. Yeah, but I don't know either. So on a lighter note, another subject, the 2025 Rock and Roll Hall of Fame nominees have been named.
Yeah, and isn't this the same list as last year?
I don't know. I don't think it's the same list. I think it's changed a little bit. Cyndi Lauper was on there last year. I think Joy Division, New Order.
Exactly.
The
White Stripes.
I think they were on there last year, right? But real quick, just so that everybody knows, right? You've got Bad Company, the Black Crowes, Mariah Carey, Chubby Checker, Joe Cocker, Billy Idol, Joy Division, New Order, Cyndi Lauper, Mana. They're a Spanish rock band, apparently. I didn't have time to go out and try to find them. Oasis, Outkast, hey, yeah, Fish, Soundgarden, and the White Stripes. So those are 14 nominees.
I don't like any of them.
Okay. Well, I don't know if I would go that far, right?
I would.
Yeah. No.
But I'm also just hangry, so.
You only got a few more minutes left.
I know. No, I know.
I was like, okay, so again, we've talked about the, how and I looked, right? I went down this rabbit hole of looking at the inductees, and it looks like every year it's about 7 or 8 that get inducted.
Right.
Yeah.
And you got Dr. Dre in there. You got Eminem in there. You got quite a few in there that I just don't necessarily to me, they're not rock and roll.
No.
But I don't know. Here's my thing. You're going to allow country music, country artists into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, but I don't know. Maybe it does happen, and I just don't know. But are you letting rock and roll artists into the Country Hall of Fame?
Yeah, I don't know.
Are you allowing rock and roll artists into the Rap Hall of Fame?
But yeah, it's no different than Beyonce. Beyonce won Best Country Album of the Year.
Well, and people will argue that Beyonce is every genre.
And they would be wrong.
Yeah.
Well, that's
I would say, yeah.
Yeah, it's hard for me to pick 7, right? Out of those 14, who would I pick? Bad Company, I would say yes.
Oh, I thought you meant we would just pick our own that haven't been nominated before.
Yeah, well, okay, but here's my thing. And again, this is just chatter, right? And I know that we have listeners out there who know more about this than we do, and they just choose not to chime in. But, there are requirements that have to be met in order to be nominated.
Right.
Right? I don't know what those requirements necessarily are. but these people have met those requirements. Now, like, here's my thing. If Cyndi Lauper is just going to be on the list every year until she makes it in, just put her in.
I know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, the White Stripes, this year I didn't notice it last year, but the White Stripes this year also includes Jack White's sister. I believe her name's Lizzie.
I thought they were married.
No, they're brother-sister.
Oh, okay.
So if they were married, that would be weird.
I mean, not in Arkansas.
Whoa.
Oh, jeez. Whoa.
No, okay, so no, I
throwing
thought
some hate down.
I thought that we were putting in our own 7. Oh, sorry, you were talking about White Stripes. Go ahead and finish.
No, that was it.
Oh, all right. I thought you were suggesting that we pick our own people that we want to see in.
I could see where you would get confused by that. Yeah. But no, I was just like, out of that list, who would be your 7 picks? And again,
None of them.
I would say, like, for me, I would say 5 of them. Yeah. I'm not a fish fan. Never have been. Never will be.
I don't like seafood either.
Wrong fish, but at least now we know what's wrong with you.
Yep.
Fish is good.
No, it's not.
Yeah, I've never been. Black Crowes they've got some good tracks out there, but I've never been a fan. Chubby Checker, I'm surprised he's not already in there.
Yeah, that's an odd one.
I don't know who Joe Cocker is. I probably should, but I don't.
Yeah.
He is an English singer.
Oh.
He's a Grammy Award winner known for his bluesy voice and expressive stage presence. Born in Sheffield, Cocker got his start in music with his brother Victor's band, The Headliners, and the Cavaliers. The Headliners and the Cavaliers. Yeah.
Unsure.
He died from lung cancer at the age of 70 in 2014.
Interesting.
So that's a bummer. You wrote Thin Lizzy. Is that Thick Lizzie's sister?
Yes, that's exactly who that is.
Okay.
Thin Lizzy?
Yeah.
They're an Irish
that was a
band.
blues group. No, that's a rock group.
No, they're a rock group. They're an Irish. They're from Ireland, from Northern Ireland. Ireland, I should say.
Oh, come on. I got to look this up now. Thin Lizzy was, Gary Moore was in Thin Lizzy.
Yes.
Is that the same one? Same band?
Yep.
They're still
Northern
around.
Ireland.
Okay.
Well, yes. So at one point they were nominated. They just haven't won. They've just never won.
Okay.
Just like Roy Gallagher. He was nominated, I think, in 2022 or 2020, and he didn't win.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. I'm probably not going to watch the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
No.
But, but it's out there. It's coming. It's around the corner.
Yep. So watch it if you're interested.
Yeah.
We're not.
Yep.
So.
Do you think the next episode should be
the
wheel episode?
Yeah.
Because who do we got going on? Who won the wheel? I'm trying to remember who.
Dad's. It was one of Dad's.
It wasn't me.
It wasn't me.
Yeah.
It wasn't me.
It was definitely yours.
All right. I think it was
You're in charge.
Billy Gibbons. Billy Gibbons.
There you go.
That sounds right. Was it right?
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But it was one of
Billy
the people
Gibbons.
on your wheel, so we'll go with it.
Okay.
Yeah. So we'll do that.
Yeah,
The
that'd be
next
fun.
one. Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
That'll be fun for Dad.
Yeah, dude.
Yep.
Well, especially
I'll
if the
GTS
weather's
it.
bad. Don't do that. If the weather's bad, make some phone calls. Get to know the guy.
What?
What?
I think he lives in Arizona.
There you go. Take a trip.
Dad does not go anywhere.
Yeah, that might be.
Yeah,
true.
I don't. Yeah.
Well, you'll have some time. If the weather gets bad, you'll have a little bit of time.
Dad won't even go to
do
see
research.
Buckethead.
You just got to keep nagging him. He'll eventually.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
do nagging. Oh, Dad, how about let's go to Buckethead and my husband will drive and then you can pay for our tickets. But we'll take you. we'll drive you to the
Wait,
venue
whoa.
because we know how stressful that you get driving downtown Des Moines. So we'll drive you, and then you just pay for our tickets, and then we'll all have fun. And I'll wear the bucket head.
That sounds objectively horrible.
I was really upset I didn't bring pics to hand out because that would have been so perfect because they had a meet and greet afterward, and I was like, I could have given them all pics.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Stupid. We do have to mention something.
Oh, what's up?
What's that?
Timothy.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I think there's an announcement that we have to make.
I'm not sure I follow.
Prior to, when do we record next?
The
next episode will be out on the 21st. Therefore, that means that we're going to miss a very special, important life event of Timothy's. So we want
it's not a special life event. It's just another
a moment
day
to wish Timothy a happy 50th early birthday.
Not quite, but
pretty close.
Pretty close. Not quite.
So
here, I'll tell you what, I'll let you give me happy birthday wishes on my birthday, but then nobody can bother me on, like, if I don't answer my phone. That's like my one day. Is this weird? That's my one day.
Yes.
The one day I don't turn on my computer. I don't want to turn on my phone.
Why?
That's the one day. It's my day.
Do let me.
It's my one day where I can just.
A therapist. Let me suggest a therapist for you to maybe speak to you about that because that's weird to me.
I will make your therapist cry and quit.
Why don't you want people to wish you happy birthday on your birthday? You don't care?
No, I don't care.
Is it just because it's just another day for you?
It's just another day. It doesn't bother me at all if I because every year my phone will blow up. I'll have 20 people like happy birthday. Now 18 of those 20 people, the only reason why they know it's my birthday is because they saw it on Facebook somewhere.
Oh, right.
So I don't know. It's just another day. It's nothing special. And so to me, that's if you want to wish me a happy birthday, do it on the day before or the day after, because for me, that's my day. I get to do what I want. That's the one day a year that I like to disconnect. I like to, I'm not turning on I don't want to turn on my phone. Like, it's on in case of emergency. Mm-hmm. But I don't want to respond to anything. I don't want to I'm on my computer. If I'm not sleeping, I'm on my computer. I'm tinkering with servers. It's my one day where I get to disconnect and just relax. And then I go back to 364 years of
days.
Repeat.
Yeah.
That's just the way I look at it.
I think that's a Pisces thing. That's got to be
Maybe.
It's a Pisces thing. So all you Pisces out there, chime in. Are you also weird? And then I also have to mention that we're also going to miss St. Patrick's Day. So happy St. Patrick's Day to those who celebrate and enjoy their Irish heritage, which should be you, Timothy, but you don't care. Anyway.
I mean, okay, besides the fact that you're right.
Yeah. You should care. We should care.
Where's the Irish heritage?
We have it on both sides. Okay, that's all I wanted to say. Just those two major announcements, and everybody can sleep well tonight now that they've heard both of those.
Fantastic. Well, it's about that time, so if you want to get us out of here, Amanda,
yep. I got pizza waiting for me. All right.
Yeah. Okay. That's what we're doing. We're doing pizza too.
Pizza. Yeah. Is it frozen?
No, we get Papa Murphy's, where you just they make it, and then we just have to heat it up.
No, we're getting a place called Peps, and it's New York style. It's delicious. They sell it by the slice. It's delicious. Okay, you're jealous. All right, so
go ahead.
Hey, we appreciate you guys tuning in. I'm flying by the seat of my pants right now with this outro because I did not prepare whatsoever. I'm exhausted. I'm tired.
And I'm hangry.
Yeah, and I'm hangry. And we just appreciate you being here and enjoying another episode of the Pandemic Guitar Podcast. Drop us a line if you want to reach out to us. We can be reached out on Instagram at Pandemic Guitar, on Facebook, and also on X as well as YouTube. And you can also email us at pandemicguitar@icloud.com. Also visit our merch shop and give us some money so that we can take Dad to Buckethead. Until next time, keep on playing or don't. We won't tell. We probably will. I don't know.
Fantastic.
Yep. I gotta go.
All right.
Pizza. All right.
We'll see everybody in 2 weeks.
Goodbye. Happy St. Patrick's Day and happy birthday to Tim. Bye-bye.
Yep. Bye, everybody.